And I mean, it's going to be a rise. You're fading out. You gotta keep your head still so that you don't hurt yourself. Now, what did you say again?
Okay, you're just making. Okay, yeah, you just. It's inevitable that we are going to have intelligent machines that will make our decisions for us.
So you don't find anything dangerous about adding AI in with virtual reality? Also, knowing the fact that we are also wanting to get more into robotics, which, by the way, we seem to have one of the most of the advanced forms of robotics right now, traveling across the surface of Mars. Okay, and you don't think that freaking any of this would be somewhat dangerous in video games, in virtual reality?
In the virtual reality isn't virtual reality, but virtual,
Mm-hmm.
hence the name. So how is it dangerous? It's all
once
virtual.
once robotics is implemented into each household, that means that you can go into a virtual world and control a robot down the street if you're good at hacking. From your virtual world sitting in your bedroom, you'll be able to control somebody else's robot in somebody else's house, maybe 2 blocks down the road,
Okay.
or across the continent to from here to England. I can go and do it, and I can have their robot just kill all you, and you never even know it, dude.
Okay.
You see what
That's so we at that point, yes, but
it could
we're
be
looking at
happening.
things like the Internet of Thing concept. I understand your point.
You see, I mean, it's something that we could actually see by the end of our life. Like we'll probably be pretty old at that point, but you'll be able to see it. I, I see that as potentially being dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And like these gaming platforms seem to be leading the charge in all of that. And we've discussed this before too, about, you know, the internet and gaming actually being both involved in the creation of what we consider the internet today. Like, you know,
Mhm.
so like they weren't like created at separate times. They were actually being created at the same time. You know what I mean? So I do find a lot of this being kind of disturbing when I look at it, when in that aspect at least. And you gotta ask yourself too, how much of the government is involved in it? Because
It's just nasty, the men in black, yeah, of course. Um,
well, I mean, they're talking about real-time translation and shit, dude. You know what I mean? Like this is some serious technical shit. Like, you know, multiplayer games and being able to freaking uh, do this stuff in real time. You know what I mean? AI tools.
yeah, but real-time translation software has been around for quite a bit of time. I've seen several different products in the last 5, 6 years.
5 and 6 years isn't long, dude.
Well, yeah, I just using that as an example, but yeah,
You know,
uh, with
I mean, it really isn't.
it's been a long.
You know, it's
Yeah,
not.
but translation software, the idea of having software to translate your language has been around for a lot longer.
I still
It's
use.
just that I've seen actual products on the marketplace in the last 6 years or so.
How much do they cost though? Because like that's the question. And that's also something else. I do see advantages to using AI as well because like price ranges on some of this stuff is outrageous. Like Grammarly, for example. If you have bad grammar and you want freaking pay for a program like Grammarly, it's gonna cost you like 300 freaking bucks a year, dude, to have this program
I,
that'll.
I do not like ideas of I do not like the idea of Grammarly.
Yeah.
Learn to write, learn to speak, learn to make a sentence.
Yeah. Well, I'm also saying like if you want help in grammar, it's not freaking the best program, but
If you want help with grammar, go and get a nice class at your local college.
yeah, look at you, you snooty bastard. It's like, but well, people aren't being educated to grammar these days, is what I'm saying, and it's frowned upon whenever you try to write something and your grammar is bad on a lot of these people. They really get snooty about it, and I do see.
I've been known to do that myself. I've been known to get somewhat high rate when I've seen bad grammar, especially on my chat,
Oh yeah.
especially by especially staff members.
And Odyssey, don't let's not forget Odyssey. You had a really bad review on their terms and service, which by the way I did mention to them.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, they should take care of their spelling on there for their terms
Yeah.
of service. But I the thing of it is that there are advantages to it if you want to get at least some decent grammar out of what you're writing. You can go on there and they do a decent job at taking care of your grammar for you to get it kind of straightened out. But other than that, like if you use it for tools like that, you can actually use it for something productive. But I wouldn't suggest anything above that, and don't ask for any facts. Like
Okay.
these AIs will give you bad facts. They're not very smart. Um, now, I also found out too. Candy Crush, telephone
Yeah.
telephone game, little telephone game. It uses AI, and what you like in the advertisement. You know what I mean? That they with the user engagement and the things that you do, they freaking use it for like your recommended purchases. This is what you should purchase, and this is what you should purchase, and stuff like that.
Okay.
They call it player behavior analytics.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Huh?
I just think the term artificial intelligence is far too broad, is far too overused,
Yeah.
and
From what?
anything's artificial intelligence these days. This mouse that I've got here that shows a different. Is that in artificial intelligence?
Well, it makes me think of Facebook. As I recall, and it's been a big conversation with Facebook for the longest time, where you'll be on there, and even before they had videos where you were typing, and mysteriously these ads that you're typing about pops up
Okay.
over on the right side. You know, so I mean,
How word recognition is now a form of artificial intelligence, some sort of form of
see, now you're
intelligence.
catching on, dude. Now you're
Yeah.
catching on.
I suppose pattern recognition is intelligence.
AI-driven ads is what they're called.
Okay.
So, with the ethical and legal challenges, okay, now, voice actors' lawsuits. Now, voice actors have sued AI companies for using their voice without consent, highlighting the need for clearer IP laws. Now, do you think IP laws are going to take care of that?
Legislation could well do, yeah.
Do you think?
I mean, we've got things like copyright and trademark laws at the moment, so yeah.
So you think IP laws could actually take care of AI problems when it comes to uh, voice actors and their voice recognition and stuff like that?
Well, if it's a entity, let's call it an entity, even machine or human, uses my voice without my permission and claims that I'm stating something that I'm not. That's subject to law, isn't it?
Well, I mean, IP laws, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, same thing. If I put an image of somebody else's face on there and pretend that that's me, then yeah, I'm subject to defamation laws and copyright laws and stuff.
Well, they do that all the time, though, and they get away with it. Like, that's how I found out who all the good porn stars are. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't go browsing for them. It's when these bots, send me a message and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And I look at their picture and I do a background check to find out if they're real people or if they're freaking spammers. 9 times out of
Well,
10,
they're still real people.
they're.
Spammers are not a class of individuals themselves.
But I'm just saying though, those pictures that they're posting on there are usually some hot freaking porno chick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They freaking post it on there and they get away with it. They never get in trouble for that. And that's kind of what I'm getting at when it comes to these IP laws. Do you think they're really going to help when it comes to people stealing actors'
Yeah,
voices?
but you're dealing with small individuals. Individuals that are not going to go anywhere anyway. Talking about major stars haven't there or um, professionals having their content and their identity stolen by other professionals.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
I personally don't think that they're going to get it. Like, I know that there's a lot of developers that have had backlashes for, for replacing human voices with AI. But
uh,
but all that really did is it sparked like a lot of debate, and most of that was over job security. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
and creative authenticity and shit like that. It really had nothing to do with like, oh my God, they stole my shit. They stole my voice. It always had to do with like job security and shit like that. So
do you own your own voice? Do you own your own accent?
that's a good question. Do I own my own voice, period? Like, should somebody be able to just steal my voice and freaking use it any way they want to? Or, see, right there, I said it.
Plagiarize your voice, yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
plagiarize.
steal your voice, that means
No, that's,
you'll be
I,
crying for the rest of your life.
yeah, you caught that real quick because I was getting ready to say it, like, well, I actually see right there, I said it, and it does, even though it is actually plagiarism, it feels like they're stealing your shit, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, you even said it, you're the first one to bring it up, it feels like stealing, you know what I mean? Even though it actually is plagiarism, it feels like stealing, so. But I
And you
mean,
still got your voice, you can still use your voice, so it's not stealing.
mhm.